topic is sampling error, standard error, sampling technique, and sample size. So what is sampling error? The difference between different sample sets is simply known as sampling error. Samples are a small part of the population, and sampling error is also known as variation due to sampling. For example, suppose in India, what is the average age of a customer who invests in fixed deposit? It is not possible to measure every data points. So we take random sample of peoples from north, south, east and west. For the north sample, average age of the customer who invests in fixed deposit is 55. For south, average age is 58. For east, average age is 56. And finally, the west, average age is 59. So there are age difference between samples, and that age difference between the samples is called sampling error or variation due to sampling. Note: so whenever we try to estimate the parameter about the sample instead of a population, instead of giving an exact number, we should rather give an interval. In the above example, we should say the average age of a customer to invest in fixed deposit is between 55 to 58 with some confidence, like 95% confidence. So the next topic is standard error. So what is standard error? Standard error is when population mean is not equal to sample mean. The standard error is a measure of uncertainty in a sample mean. The higher the standard error, the less confident we are about the sample mean. Standard error is equal to standard deviation of that sample divided by number of samples. For example, suppose what is the average age of the customer who invests in FD? Let's take first 5000 samples. The average age of customers investing in FD is 55. Confidence is little. Let's take another 10,000 samples. The average age of a customer investing in FD is 55.8. Confidence is good, better than before. Let's take 50,000 samples. The average age of the customer investing in FD is 55.2. Confidence is very good, best than before. So as we increasing the sample size, confidence is going up. In other words, increasing the sample size is tending to become the population size. Indirectly, the population mean is equal to sample mean. So when the confidence is going up, standard error will come down because the sample mean will be equal to the population mean. So what is sampling technique? So there are many techniques to choose a sample from the population. Mainly they are categorized into probability sampling and non-probability sampling. So what is probability sampling? Also known as random sampling. So every element in a population gets an equal chance to be part of the sample. For example, simple random sampling. All the data points have an equal chance of getting selected in the sample dataset. In stratified sampling, there are stratas, which means smaller group based on some filters. For example, gender-wise distribution in a fixed deposit. Here gender, male or female, is the strata or the filter. Second is non-probability sampling, also known as non-random sampling. In other words, here samples are biased. For example, purposive sampling, meaning samples which suit best to the purpose. For example, we want to show males invest more in a fixed deposit than females. So we'll choose our sample set accordingly in which we have more males than females. So what is the appropriate sample size? The answer is degree of variability in sample size. More variability in population means large variance in population. Then we take large sample size. If there is less variability in population or small variance in population, then we take small sample size. Thank you. For any doubt, please feel free to comment.